The law of energy, what she really felt. She gave herself to him within hours, but made you wait for months. You thought it was timing. You told yourself it was respect, or boundaries, or that she was finally ready to open up. But deep down you knew. It was never about time. It was about how she felt when she met you. It was about what her instincts whispered, before her logic had a chance to speak. You didn't lose because you lacked value. You lost because she read you too easily. You were an open book, kind, safe, predictable. There was no tension in your silence, no spark in your stillness. And the moment she felt that, you were categorized. Not consciously, instinctively, in seconds. She didn't have to think about it. Her body knew. And once that signal fired, you were no longer a question in her mind. You were an answer. The wrong one. You see, you didn't lose because you failed. You lost because you entered trying to prove. You walked in wanting to be seen. He walked in already knowing he was. You tried to earn her attention. He carried an energy that didn't need to, and she felt that contrast like a current, one that pulled her toward stillness, not effort. This isn't about blaming her. This is about awakening you. Rejection isn't punishment, it's reflection. It's the universe holding up a mirror and saying, this version of you is not yet magnetic. So let's begin with the truth. A truth few ever face. She doesn't need 3 dates to know. She doesn't need candlelight or hours of talk. Under the soft hum of stars. She decides in moments. Before your words, before your gestures, before your carefully crafted lines. Your presence told her everything. Your energy handed her the full story. And she read it like a headline. It wasn't fair. It wasn't conscious. But it was instant. And in that instant, you were sorted into one of 3 categories. The man she burns for, raw, wild, alive. The man she leans on, safe, solid, dependable. Or the man she vents to, kind, gentle, harmless. Only one of those paths leads to passion. And no matter how much you try, you can't climb your way up. You can't buy your way in. You can't outweight her instinct. Once she places you, you become the background. Polite, predictable, forgettable. You thought effort would move her heart. But attraction doesn't respond to effort. It responds to energy. The truth about desire. Desire isn't built like trust. It doesn't grow, it ignites. It doesn't wait, it erupts. And if that spark isn't there in the beginning, you could spend months trying to fan a flame that never existed. She gave herself to him quickly, because something in him moved her. Not his words, not his looks, but the quiet pulse of his presence. He didn't ask. He didn't chase. He simply existed in stillness, anchored, certain, untouchable. And her body reacted, before her thoughts could catch up. You, on the other hand, showed up safe, available, kind. You offered warmth before she felt heat. You gave comfort before she felt curiosity. And without that spark, your kindness became invisible. Safety without spark is comfort, not craving. And comfort never leads to surrender. Why the nice guy gets left behind. The nice guy doesn't fail because he's kind. He fails because his kindness carries an agenda. He gives to be seen. He offers to be chosen. He invests before desire exists. He buys gifts no one asked for, writes messages no one earned, and mistakes availability for value. She doesn't reject his goodness. She rejects the pressure behind it. It's not generosity when it's a plea. And she feels that desperation long before she names it. You weren't used. You were dismissed. But you stayed. And your staying turned her comfort into a habit. You became her cushion. Her safety net. The man she leaned on, but never leaned into. Not because you were weak, but because you offered yourself. Before she ever reached for you. Love without self-respect isn't love. It's self-erasure. What she really responds to. It's not your height, your car, or your wallet. It's the vibration in your presence. It's the silence between your words. It's the way you hold her eyes, like there's nowhere else to look. The way you pause, unbothered, grounded, certain. She doesn't crave your compliments. She craves your composure. Mystery is your greatest language, because mystery breeds curiosity, and curiosity makes her forget logic. She's drawn not to what she understands, but to what she feels she might lose. The art of stillness. Flirting isn't about being clever. It's about rhythm. It's about knowing when to lean in and when to disappear. Speak slowly. Pause often. Say less. Make your silence louder than her noise. You're not here to win her. You're here to be seen, truly seen. Without performing. You create tension by being still. You create desire by being unpredictable. And when she can't read you, her mind spins, her breath shortens, her instincts awaken. Desire lives in that mystery. It's born in the unknown. The energy rule. Spark her curiosity before you spend your energy. Let her feel your gravity before you give your time. Never invest in someone who hasn't leaned in first. Attraction isn't built through effort. It's built through impact. Let her feel your essence before your attention. Let her wonder before you reveal. Let her want you before you arrive. You are not here to audition. You are the prize. Act like it. Stop chasing connection. Start becoming the center of it. She didn't choose him because he was better. She chose him because his energy held her. Because he didn't need to prove. Because his stillness spoke louder than her walls. You thought effort would earn her. But this was never about effort. It was about frequency. You were broadcasting need. He was broadcasting peace. And peace always wins. Your rebirth. No strategy can replace energy. No script can fake presence. Stop chasing those who felt nothing. And start becoming the man whose silence feels like thunder. She doesn't choose with logic. She chooses with feeling. She chooses the man who moves her, not the one who tries to manage her. You were never rejected for lacking worth. You were rejected because your energy didn't stir her world. But that can change. It starts the moment you do. Become still. Become grounded. Become complete. Not to win her, but to remember who you are. When you stop trying to be chosen, you are not the storm chasing approval. You are the calm that pulls everything toward it. Be the gravity. Be the presence. Be the silence that makes her wonder, and the energy that makes her remember. Because when you stop needing to be seen, you finally become unforgettable.